Greetings. It's Friday, September 2nd, 2022, and I'm getting ready to, I guess, officially proclaim off the Labor Day weekend in Batavia, which will start, I guess, technically tonight or tomorrow. And that's the 3-day holiday that goes Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And we do have some very interesting things planned for Batavia, specifically on Sunday. There's going to be the block party in the downtown area of Batavia, and various parts of the area will be offering food and refreshments and entertainment. And Batavia Main Street has been very active in helping to put all this together, and I commend them and thank them for their good efforts, and all those who were working with them on this. We look forward to hopefully a nice day. It's supposed to be, so I'm told, some possibility of some rain off and on over the weekend, but nothing that should end the whole thing. So let's hope that it all comes together. Today on Friday, we are having a special recognition downstairs today to say goodbye to a longtime Batavia police officer, Tony Grammy, who is officially retiring from the Batavia force. And Tony was kind of a pioneer in a lot of respects in police work in Batavia, because he did some of the early undercover work, and he did a lot of different, various projects, and caught some bad guys, and helped make the world a little safer place for us all. So he had a very distinguished career with the Batavia Police Department, and we certainly want to wish him the very best in his retirement years going forward. I also want to mention that the Batavia Community Band on Sunday the 11th is going to have a downtown concert starting at 3 p.m. at the Batavia Peg Bond Center, and it's going to be a lot of patriotic music. And I know the band, I hear them when I come down to the office every now and then, because they're in here practicing several nights a week, and they're trying to put together a very nice patriotic musical presentation for us, so I'd encourage everyone to come on down to that. Another thing that we've got coming up on Saturday and Sunday, September 16th and 17th, is the Batavia High School is going to have kind of a open-ended class reunion event, and specifically on Saturday the 17th, there's going to be a morning program at the Batavia Fine Arts Center starting at 10 o'clock, which I guess I'm going to be doing a large portion of it. And we're going to talk about the history of the Batavia High School buildings. First, the old high school that was built and opened in 1915 at Wilson and Batavia Avenue. And then secondly, the new building that we still are in, I call it the new building, it's now over 50 years of age, at West Main Street. And what you have to appreciate is that this, because of the COVID and other things, a lot of high school class reunions for Batavia High School have been changed, altered, and whatever. And so in the case of the two that were due this last year and this year, which would be the Batavia High School class of 1966 and the Batavia High School class of 1967, neither one of them has got to have a reunion yet, but this coming weekend on the 17th will be the day when a lot of that will be getting into place. Batavia High School, this is an interesting moment, because the Batavia High School class of 66 was the last class to graduate from the old high school. And the Batavia High School class of 67 was the first class to attend for their senior year the then new Batavia High School in the spring or the fall of 66, and they graduated in the spring of 67. So we've got kind of two groups that have kind of overseen and experienced the passing of the ages in Batavia, and they're going to have a kind of a joint thing together on the evening of the 17th, and that's going to be a party down at Funway, which doesn't have an admission cost to it. It's just bring yourself down and show up. And there are going to be some refreshments available to purchase at Funway, and we're going to have some displays down there of old Batavia High School that will show some stuff that I don't know if it's ever been shown before. And on the Saturday morning, they're opening this up to anybody that graduated from Batavia High School is welcome to come out to the Fine Arts Center. And they're going to have a program about the two buildings. And there's some very, very, I'll describe them as interesting circumstances that surround those two high school buildings. Many people don't realize the number of famous Americans that were either right by them or touched them or came into them or whatever over the years. And there's a very strong relationship to the old Batavia high schools and the early U.S. space program. And so we're going to be telling all those stories, and I think anybody that wants to know a little bit more about Batavia history, we'd invite you to come over on the morning of the 17th to Batavia High School for the kind of the general appearing in this thing. And then if you're a member of the class of 66 or 67, starting about 4 in the afternoon at Funway, going till 10 o'clock that night, is going to be this kind of class reunion in a new way of doing it. So we are excited, and hopefully we'll bring together a lot of old friends to see each other. And the final thing I want to talk about is there was a thing put out that they're trying to get mayors throughout America to lead walks or activities which cause people to get out and bolster their physical activity on a nationwide basis. And so they've asked mayors throughout the United States to do some type of an activity which gets people out on the street and gets them to exercise and show some physical activity. So I'm pleased to report that on September, what's the date of this going to be?
25th, Sunday.
Sunday, September 6th.
25th.
25th, I'm sorry. Sunday, September 25th, there's going to be a mayor's walk through downtown Batavia, and it'll begin down here by the City Hall. And what we will be doing is I will be leading it, and hopefully I'll probably have to have some kind of a speaker that I'll talk into. But we're going to go, and the first thing we're going to do is take a look at the 3 major windmill factories that were part of Batavia for many years, and they challenged the U.S. and the Appleton. And then we're also going to take a look at the whole Newton Wagon Factory, which later became Batavia Body Company, and how that was a major supplier of early transportation vehicles for the region and for the nation. And then we're going to also talk about some of the famous people who have come into our community. And we've got presidents of the United States, and we've got Charles Lindbergh, we've got a number of people involved in the space program, as I told you, like that. And then we've got some areas in the downtown where, in the city council chambers in the mid-1960s, there was a company by the name of Dunbar Capel, and they had a division called DK Aerospace, and DK Aerospace made the flexible fuel lines that were in the rocket that landed on the moon in 1969. Those lines were made in the Batavia City Council chambers, so we're going to talk about that. And then down at the other end of the street, where there's now, it's just a vacant area, where the former Shumway Foundry stood in Batavia for 132 years. There was about a 30-year run when the Shumway Foundry made the molds for the Academy Award. And so we've got that, and then we're going to walk on down to the Quarry swimming pool, where we're going to take a few minutes and talk about what really happened there. And the big thing was, after the Great Chicago Fire of 1872, that area was heavily mined for its limestone to rebuild the city of Chicago in non-combustible materials. And because there was a railroad track that had been put in for other reasons right on the riverbank, it became very easy to load all this stone onto railroad cars and haul it to Chicago very quickly. So we've got some very interesting history in our town that I think people will enjoy hearing about. And the most important thing about this whole thing is we're going to get people moving around the community and getting themselves some exercise and enhancing their minds. And we're trying to deal with heart disease and stroke prevention. And those are some of the folks at a national level who are behind this idea that mayors throughout America will lead their constituents on some type of a physical walk that will give them the opportunity to get out and about and learn something about their town while also enhancing their history. So that's kind of the moment, up to the moment, the history that's happening in Batavia. And so I just want to wish everybody a good Labor Day weekend. And like so many of you, I'll probably be out and about, so I look forward to seeing many of you in the immediate days ahead. Have a great weekend.